We've got the past, we've got the future, we've got monster alliances. It's crazy. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down. Breathe that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of, that's right, Talk Shop. We're getting into comics. And this is a book that I saw the first issue and I was like, this joint is kinda up my alley. We had some fun. We had some futuristic, vibes and spaceships and stuff. We had throwbacks to the past down in Louisiana. We had all kinds of supernatural entities. And now we're getting into issue 2 of Mine to Avenge, Book of Layla. And straight off, what I love about this book and how it begins is it starts by kind of expanding the lore. We open this book up immediately talking about the different, tiers of monsters, the different houses of monsters, the different families, the people that are at the head of their, you could say, respective monster style. You got the lupines, you got some demon looking, you got some vampire folks, and of course the Laloris are at the top. But in this conversation, in this discussion about what they're going to do with the very last, in the line of, long line of hunters, you get a lot of subtext. You get a lot of interesting back and forth and seeing where alliances lie and where they don't. And the cool thing in this whole discussion and scene is you get to find out that there is no love lost. You also get to find out that there is definitely no, and I mean no, honor amongst these thieves. Well, technically not thieves. They're like crazy, monsters that just want human blood or either want human slaves. But the bottom line is you can see right here that the Laloris do not play, from way back in the past in like 1854 to even now in 2154, I believe. You're still looking at a family that they rule with an iron fist and they mean it. Now with that said, right before the jump, I'm gonna throw to the writing real quick. One thing that I like about this book, and especially this scene, how it's handled, sometimes you just have to give exposition. Sometimes you just got to. And you can find creative ways to do it. And I think in a scene like this, where you have this discussion between these bickering / warring / factions that don't super get along with each other, you splice it with a little bit of action, AKA crazy violence. You get to learn not only the relationships interpersonally between all of these people, but you also get to figure out who's the big dog in the room, like who's front and who's not. And I think that is a cool way to kind of deliver all the information to us. Now, we got some cool stuff to get to after the jump. But first, Kiro Brand's gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check the link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Now let's talk about this whole Layla thing. The Book of Layla, the line of Leah. We get to see the past. We get to see where Leah, kind of how her story continued, because this book continues to tell a story now in the present / future, and also way, way deep in the past. And in issue number 1, we finally get to name this young girl. Her name is Leah. And we see that the Laloris not only enslaved Black people, but they were, experimenting on them. They were, just completely using them for whatever, for blood, for food, for experiments, everything. And in this issue, we see where she kind of stepped her game up as a hunter. You know what I'm saying? And in stepping her game up, she got some fire. You know what I'm saying? She is not pleased with what happened and she wants to strike back fast. And the thing that I dig about this is that we get to see where the line of Leah kind of started, how it progressed, at least to this point. We might not get anything between issue 1 and 2, how, she, was found and then where she got trained. But this is a good stopping point to figure out who she is, what she's going to be, and how she became kind of like the first in her line. But flash to the future, we get some cool action. Straight up, Layla, you know, she's out there, she has the jetpack, and she's just zooming through this huge city called the Republic of York. It's essentially New York, and it's just cool. And I like that they give us this type of scene inside of this book, because you get your you get your exposition, you get your kind of like your gore, you get your past, your history, and then you sometimes just to have fun with this flight through the city that is just extremely cool. And before I jump into the art, I'll just say that the thing that makes this so cool is how this issue is paced. It's paced at a very good, speed where you're not falling too far into horror, you're not falling too far into action, but you're continuing to tell this story and drive it along with getting your history and getting it's kind of like effects on the now. And I really dig that. Now, on the art side, this thing shines. From the horror side to the action, I mean, there's a fight in a warehouse that goes down, and it is super cool. We also get to see our folks, I believe, Pyra and Travis from the first issue in this joint trying to, kind of recruit Layla, be like, yo, look, some stuff is going down. We need your help. We know you don't like them folks, but look, hey, we need your help. But within this, just the art, the way they pull off the angles, the way they handle the action is extremely fresh. And you match that with the story that's already up my alley with some great supernatural stuff. I am so on board. So from 1833 to 2154, whether we're hunting down monsters at a mansion, we're having a straight up gunfight at the warehouse, we're looking at the cabal of bad guys kind of essentially turn on each other. This book works for me. If you're digging supernatural action, supernatural horror mixed together and a lot of cool history, man, Mind to Avenge is becoming a very fun read because we have a lot of action to get into and we have a lot of history that supports that action. We've got some great writing and some really cool art. So guys, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk Mind to Avenge. Hopefully you're digging it. If you haven't picked it up, there's some links down below. Pick it up. And until next time, I'm gonna tell you guys to holla at ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them players. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, whenever you're flying in high density traffic, watch your back. Peace.